Good morning, everyone in the East Coast of the United States of America, and everyone who watched the live Facebook from the office of the Council of the Thai Bhikkhus in the United States of America. Today, I would like to share the experience about meditation because everybody during the coronavirus spreading all over the world and have to practice self-distancing, living only in the house, in the room, and in the limited place. So you need to have the activity to do during the self-quarantine or the limitation of the space. And you have to stay home to keep yourselves healthy and not to spread the coronavirus or COVID-19 to other people. So today is Saturday, 25th of April. Normally I have the group to teach about meditation in the West Coast, in Redmond, Oregon, the state of Oregon. They have the group in IIMC, International Insight Meditation Center in Redmond, Oregon. Today also they have the group practice, but we use the Zoom program, the application, teaching online, and have a Dhamma talk. And when we practice meditation together, normally we will have sitting, walking, and then we will have a Dhamma talk. So today I would like to share with the group and other people who just joined and watch the Facebook Live in Wat Thai DC group or in the Council of the Thai Bhikkhus in the United States of America. So we have linked to other sites, other group that they have today. So we will discuss about the concentration meditation and insight meditation, because many people have been asked when we have the meditation retreat, and many people get confused about what is really about the samadhi or samatha and vipassana. So in Thai we call samatha and vipassana, but in English we call concentration meditation is samatha, and insight meditation is vipassana. So in Theravada Buddhism teach two kinds of meditation, concentration meditation and insight meditation. So how do these two types of meditation differ? So concentration meditation in the first place is better called the mental development or bhavana of concentration samadhi. It is a train the mind, and the citta in Bali they call citta, to focus on the particular object For instance, the breath as we breathe in and breathe out. The results of training is to develop of tranquility, develops calm, clear, and cool mind. The minds calm down. That's the purpose of this technique. We develop the abilities of focus the mind on doing rather than simply to let it jump around uncontrollably from one thing to another. Insight meditation, on the other hand, is to mental development of insight, or vipassana in Pali language. We call vipassana. That is in the teach first in the first thing that to see the thing as it really are, to see the thing as it really is. To see or to understand, vi means the different or good. Patsana is to see or understand. So really understand or really see the things as they are or see the thing as it really is. That's vipassana is the meaning. It is important to note that the term vipassana is used in two senses. Okay? Let's see the clear meaning of the vipassana. As the type of meditation, actually we call vipassana bhavana, and more precisely as the insight that is achieved through this meditation practice. So both concentration meditation and insight meditation result in something. In the former case, as a state of tranquility. Okay, that concentration meditation is a state of mind, tranquil. In the latter case, insight into the ultimate nature of things. In this sense, both of these practices are looked not different. That's only the tools for the improvements of the mind, the tool, the method to improve the improvement of the mind. What is more, they are tools that are developed through the meditation practice. It is on the job training. The way to get good at it is just do it. Okay, just do it. Now we have the tool, we have the method. Furthermore, both types of meditation work together. It's support to each other. Okay? Concentration meditation provides the tranquil state that enable the mind to see into the reality of things. So if you don't have the concentrated mind or calm mind, how can you see the thing clearly as a vipassana? So this kind of thing will be the base or the foundations of each other. Because the mind can view things as they really are, it can clear up the problem that it otherwise caused for itself, and live in peace and harmony with the world. So when we have calm mind, clear mind, cool mind, and then we can live in this world happily. Insight meditation is the utmost importance. It is not something sort of thing, something done. For example, in a meditation retreat once in a while, it is not a special practice for monks or nuns. Something not feasible lay persons in the work of the world. It is not a thing to take or leave. It is natural process, one of gradually letting go of the world, both of what we like and of what we dislike. It is the way all of us are supposed to live in order to achieve ultimately the perfections of enlightenment or nibbana. So the purpose, the real thing of meditation is to reach the final goal in Buddhism that we call enlightenment or nibbana or detachment, detach the world. But you can live in this world. You cannot leave the world, not live in the forest or live in anywhere else. But you live in this world with happy life and no problem with any situation. Okay. We have been talking many times about the meanings of the insight meditation and how it is related to the concentration meditation. Concentration can next be given to preparation for the meditation in the sitting position. What do we need to do to get our practice started? In the mean, we have to find the right time and place. Learn how to sit in the proper way and do what we can do. Give our practice a chance to work. As regards place, first we do not ordinarily have access to the heart in the peace and quiet of the forest. On the contrary, we probably live in a noisy metropolitan area, live in the big city, live in the normal place that we live today. However, we have to make the best of what we have. Ideally, we should meditate in a light, spacious, uncluttered room. Our mind will be better disposed toward meditation if it is the case. We want light and space to brighten up and open up our minds. We do not want to feel gloomy and close it up. So, moreover, if we practice in an uncluttered room, our minds will be less apt to get distracted by things sitting around. The temperature in the room should be somewhat cool, not too heat or overheat. If nothing else, if possible, we should go to the temple, okay, and practice meditation in the ordination hall or in the Buddha hall with the monk, with they call Kalyana Mitta, the good friend. The point is to just get started. So we will start, we have to start in the right point and meet the right person to guide you, to lead you, to get a good start with that practice. Eventually we should be able to meditate almost everywhere, even in a subway, on the way to work, if we have to do so. So after we have a good start, practice with the monk, practice with the master, and then when we get familiar with the meditation technique, and then we can sit in anywhere. As regards time, we have to find an occasion that fits what is happens with our busy schedule. For a morning person, meditation at the beginning of the day before everyone else in the household is up is good idea. thinking of another activity that is competitive for the same time. We should not feel that we have to practice at a certain time. No matter what, we have to be flexible. Given our own personal situations, we should try to meditate every day, but 3 times a week at least. At the start is better than the do nothing. Furthermore, we must not make the meditation time a marathon. 15 minutes is enough at the beginning. Our practice should not be a burden for us. So that will make you worry about that if you fix the time or fix the place, but you have to do as you can do. He said in the first time. We should do it because of we really want to do so, not because we think it is something we are supposed to do regularly. Such as running on a treadmill, like it or not. We ought not to take too force and rigid an approach towards meditation in terms of time spent and skillfulness achieved. We should let the practice develop naturally. The second thing we need to do to get our practice started is to learn how to sit properly in order to meditate. We have, of course, been sitting all our lives, but there are something to keep in mind as we prepare to sit to meditate. In preparation of the Lord Buddha, there are 4 postures, 3 proper way to sit, and 6 proper hand gestures. However, if we are to sit properly for meditation, all we really have to do initial is to comfortably back straight with hands on our knees. If we are senior citizens, heavy set, have stiff joints or the like, we may be able to do little more than sit a straight back chair. There is nothing wrong with that. For a more traditional approach, we may wish to sit on a meditation stool, if available, or on a cushion, or right on the floor. If you have cushion or sofa or cushion that you can feel comfortable, that you can use that. The key here is to relax yourself, relax your mind, and keep the back straight. We should keep the hips forward to avoid slumping. Keep our backs naturally curved and avoid hunching the shoulders. We should sit up right, straight up, but not get tensed up. If we use a cushion, we should place it toward the back of the buttocks to keep the ankles of the hips correct. If we are not used to sitting on the floor level to meditate, it may take a little time to get comfortable. We should not think we can whip ourselves into submission by dint of sheer willpower. We have to work with our body, not against them. So the main thing is to relax. Relax your muscles. Every part of your body should be relaxed. And sit. Let it go. Okay? So if possible, we should try to get to the point where we can sit on the floor, perhaps on a mat. in the full lotus. Okay, the meditation posture number one is the full lotus or diamond position. In this case, the legs are crossed in front of us, left foot over the right thigh, right foot over the left thigh, soles of the feet upright. Why do this? This position, because of its stability, we will not tip over, and because of it keeps the backbone straight. It's very conducive to meditation. To work our way to this position, we can start with the legs forward in front of us, then advance to the half lotus position, means that the right foot over the left thigh, then to full lotus position. Sitting this way, we can put our hands on our knees or place them in our laps. The hands on top of the other, palms up and tips, the thumbs touching. If we are worried about hot, sweaty hands in our laps, we should keep our hands on the knees. So this is your choice, or make you feel comfortable. There's no problem about the position, but pay attention, okay? Pay attention to do that. Third, what can we do to give our practice a chance to work? We have to do something to help ourselves and for others. We have to get the help of others if necessary. To help ourselves, we should make some sort of initial commitment to really try to meditate. Commit to trying meditation for nothing more than a couple weeks, maybe to see what is produced. That may mean, if necessary, skipping a favorite television program for a while, for example, to make time. Furthermore, commitment to trying means being willing to change certain habits. We might have that would be detrimental to our practice. It is truism that good people do meditation and meditation make people good. What this means is that right from the start of our meditation practice, we have to begin to break ourselves away from our bad habits in order to then be able to develop further the good life and that meditation promise. In other words, concentration meditation and insight meditation have a foundation in morality. So the sooner we get out of the habits of getting angry with our spouse, gossip, our neighbors, and so on, the better off us practice will be. To give our practice a chance to work, we should also not hesitate to get the help of others if needed. If it is good, as far as possible, to have some sort of routine, it is also good to meditate with others if circumstances permit. If we can meditate with some friends, we will have a better chance of staying motivated. We will be able to feed off. And another, as the practice, we will not to be subject so much to our own mood swings. We may need a coach to get ourselves going. This could be a monk at the temple, or more or less recent practitioners to help us. For instance, with questions of techniques, if they arise, to get our meditation practice off the ground. It might be the good idea to go to the temple and have a monk sit with us in the first few beginning sessions and lead us through the breathing in and breathing out exercise. If we really need a jump start, we could attend one of the meditation retreats offered on a regular basis at the temple. So in Wat Thai, Washington, D.C. also, in the regular day, we have in Saturday, 2nd and 4th every month for English speaking. But nowadays, because of the coronavirus, we cannot do that because of the self quarantine and social distancing practice. So we have to live at home, and right now the temples are open. When the temple open, then we can have the practice like that, but right now we have closed since the mid of March. We closed the temple, so there is no any activity in our temple, so only online that we can communicate and teach the people online like this. Something should be said finally about tension and sleepiness. If we are so tented up during the first meditation efforts that we are getting a headache, let us say we need to take things a little less seriously. Meditation is a natural healing process for the body and the mind. It should not make us ill. To relieve tension, we can visualize a cool, smoothing light shining throughout our body. All the body, and release pains and tension from our body. So visualize your body. Or we can imagine that the tension is slowly draining out of our bodies. Another technique is to do a kind of sweep of the body, checking the muscles of every area and having them relax. We move from our feet up to the thighs, from the thighs to the navel, and from the navel to the shoulders, include the arms and the hands, and then through the neck and head. Or we can move from the top of your head to the tip of the toes. Then there is the matter of sleepiness during meditation. In a day and age when many people do not get the recommended 8-hour sleep every night, meditation practitioners may very well get drowsy and begin to doze off. One of the Thai forest monks recommended meditating on the edge of a cliff to preclude the possibility of falling asleep. We hope he was not entirely serious. So if we have to resort to such extreme measure, we should probably just go to bed and get some sleep and try again tomorrow. A better technique might be nothing more than lowering the temperature in the room, or it might be meditating with the eyes open and kissing the tip of the nose. Most beginners tend to meditate with their eyes closed because it helps focus and the attention. However, this tends to make us sleepy. With a little practice, it is possible to meditate with the eyes open. Eventually, as our concentration improves, the eyes will close automatically themselves. Furthermore, to overcome drowsiness, we could stand up, stretch, and walk around for a few minutes. Perhaps we are meditating on a full stomach right after dinner or late in the evening close to bedtime. And we need to find another time when our mind and more alert. So place and time is very important to choose and pick the time and place suitable for your schedule, for your time is very, very important, and make it convenient for you. Mindfulness of breathing. As previously mentioned, the purpose of concentration meditation, the mental development, that in Pali we call bhavana, of concentration or samadhi, is to learn how to focus the mind on the particular object to get the tranquility results. Unless the mind has focused and calmed down, it will not be able to gain anything into itself and into the true natures of the world. The approach most tranquilly taken in Theravada Buddhist tradition is for the mind to contemplate the breath, the breathing in and the breathing out. Hence comes the term anapanasati, mindfulness of breathing. Mindfulness of breathing has its basis on the Buddhist scripture that is in the Anapanasati Sutta. This is the one sutta or the one discourse in Tipitaka talking about how to use the breath as the tool to tame the mind, to train and tame yourself and train the mind. We begin our concentration meditation by doing a kind of sweep of body, as already described. This serves two purposes. It helps us settle down a bit and relieve any tension that may be existing. Say at the end of the stressful day, and it also directs the mind away from the world toward the body, the focus of our attention. Mindfulness or sati is not only awareness, that is, knowing or completing, but also a kind of investigation. During a sweep of body gets us in an investigative kind of mindset. It gets us ready for meditation, because meditation, as we shall see, is largely about investigation. After examining the body as a whole from top to bottom, we then focus specifically on our breath. We can do this in one of two ways. First, we can follow the breath as we breathe in through the nose, down through the chest to the abdomen. Then again, we will breathe out by the reverse route. Of course, We know the breath does not go to the abdomen, but rather to the alveoli or air sacs in the lungs. But that is how we imagine it. Alternately, we can pick a point along the breath route and focus on that. The tip of the nose is the obvious choice. It is a very specific location where the flows of the breath begins and where it ends. We focus on this point and notice everything about the flow of the breath here. So we do this for whatever durations of time we can initially. Our concentration will not last very long. It will take a while to develop it. But that is the goal of concentration meditation. When the mind wanders, we notice what is happening and where our attention has ended up. But we do not get upset with ourselves. We are not prosecutors, but investigators. Instead of concentrating on the breath, we may find ourselves thinking about the family members and how angry he or she makes us feel. We may be distracted by the sound of the siren nearby. We let go of what we are thinking about and of any frustration we may feel about following the mind to drift. We just gently bring our attention back to breathing in and breathing out. We are not trying to be yogis. We are not trying to center into some kind of trance. We are just trying to develop our concentration to the point where we can use it as a tool in our insight meditation. It is not necessary for us to go any further. Using concentration as a tool, we start to learn how to investigate what is going on in our minds, how our minds work. The more we perfect this ability to be aware of what is going on, to investigate, the stronger our mindfulness become. Mindfulness is not an inborn ability. We have to work at develop it. We have to cultivate it, have to develop. So mindfulness have to be cultivated. If we are having a difficult time concentration at all, maybe we have a lot of things in our mind and they keep jumping all over the place. There are tricks that we can use. We can first of all inhale as deeply as possible until there is no room left in the chest cavity for any more air. Then exhale forcefully until there is absolutely no air left. We repeat this process 3 or 4 times. This kind of rapt exertion is most attention grasping than, for example, the more refined breathing in and out breathing, focusing on the tip of the nose. Second, we can also try using a mantra to help us concentrate. A mantra is the word having in religious significance that we repeat into our meditation practice. For example, we can think about the word putto to ourselves. We are concentrating on the breath as the inhale we think put, as we exhale toe. We do this with every inhalation and exhalation. This mantric uh, repetition is not something in which we are rather passively engaged. We make ourselves vividly see the syllables as the say them to ourselves, put and toe. We make an effort to produce these syllables in the front of our mind in conjunction with breathing in and breathing out. It is how we settle our minds down and direct them front of us and the center of us. Instead of mantra, we may choose to use something as simple as word rising or falling for breathing in, for out, and breathing out. The results are the same: falling, rising, breathing in, rising, falling out, falling, something like that. There's many techniques that the master or teacher, especially from Myanmar, the teacher like Mahasi Sayadaw technique, that they call the falling and risings of the abdomen, the movement of abdomen rising. We call the rising when we're breathing in, and breathing out we call falling. So the technique that we can apply. Third, we can trick ourselves by counting as we exhale and inhale. Again, we vividly produce the numbers in our mind to establish concentration. 1, 2, 3, and so on. Counting as we breathe in as an additional benefit. If we extend the count of each inhalation and exhalation, inhale counting to 10 rather than 5, for example, and exhale counting the same way, we extend the breathing in and breathing out. The fact is that the longer and breath, the more an activity of the body and of the mind tends to the slowdown. In other words, the longer breath brings greater tranquility. It is the kinds of calm needed for insight meditation. So today I have explained about the technique that we can use when we practice, when we're getting started about meditation, whatever you intend to practice samatha, concentration meditation or insight meditation. But as I mentioned earlier, you have to concentrate your mind or stop your mind, wandering mind first. Okay, I will add on before I stop my talking today about standing and walking meditation, because it's also a very important posture. When we practice meditation, after we sit alternately, after sit and then you feel very tired, numbness or painful, your body, your back, need to straight out, need to change your position. So the approach to concentration meditation most frequently taken is for the mind to contemplate the breath That is the breathing in and the breathing out. There are alternate ways of the carrying out concentration meditation, one of which is standing and walking meditation. Standing and walking meditation, in the first place, it is a very good supplement to meditation in a sitting position. It can be alternate with sitting meditation. It is a good practice for those who are having trouble keeping the mind alert or even staying awake. It adds a little vitality and vigor to our meditation. It may be done indoor or outdoor. For example, in the ordination hall or in the Buddha hall, or outdoor around the temple or around the building, if weather allow, if weather permits. So sometime in winter time, so you cannot walk outside. It is a good idea to do it outside in the fresh air, like a summertime or springtime. Right now, we can walk very easily and peacefully outside. So we choose place about 25 paces long on level grounds and stand at the ends of the path. We can let our hands hang down or grab in the front or grab it in the back, in behind. This time we certainly want to keep our eyes open. Don't close your eyes while you are walking. We look at the ground about 10 feet in front of you and try not to get distracted by what is going on around us. We first do the sweep of the body. When you standing, and examine every part from the top of your head to the tips of your feet to relax ourselves. There is more energy involved in the standing and walking meditation than in sitting meditation, but it too is intended to produce tranquility. We do a sweep also to bring our mind to focus in the body, to focus on our entire body, start from the top of your head down to your feet. In standing and walking meditation, our minds are involved in the contemplation of various motions and placements of the feet and legs. So it is all the more reason for bringing with a close examination of the body. This kind of meditation with this focus on the body is action, is more connected with the world of ordinary human experience. The concentration of standing and walking meditation can be expanded to concentration upon whatever activity in life we are involved in, for example, eating, walking, and the like. The mechanics of standing and walking meditation are as follows. Just as we contemplated the movement of the breath in mindfulness with breathing, in standing and walking meditation, we direct our attention to each of the stages of the process of walking as we go through them. We walk normally, but with a sharply pointed mind and a mind fully aware. standing at the end of our path and facing it, we slowly say to ourselves, standing, standing, standing. While you are standing, you close your eyes, okay? And after you visualize your standing posture 3 times, from the top of your head down to your feet, and from your feet up to your head, and from your head down, the 3 times standing visualization. In this way, we become completely aware of our standing position. Then we focus on our intention to walk, saying to ourselves, intending to walk, intending to walk, intending to walk 3 times. So it means that you draw your all intention to your position. You start to walk, so you pay attention to that. The walking process itself is broken down into 3 stages. That is lifting, moving, and touching, each of which becomes the objects of our full attention. So normally we start walking meditation according to the Mahasi Sayadaw techniques. There are 6 steps altogether. But this time I'd like to explain about this is the step 3, lifting, moving, and touching. This is step 3. So this is the natural ways of walking for the normal people. It's easy for you to learn and to walk with mindfully, slowly with mindfulness. So I cut only number 1 and number 2 and explain number 3, lifting, moving, and touching. So we become aware of the facts. We are shifting our weight to the left foot, so we can raise our right one. So before you move your right foot, you have to shift your weight to the left leg in order to make your left one strong, stable, and then you move the right one. So as we say to ourselves, so every movement you have to say to yourselves, lifting means that you lift your right foot. We raise our right foot and begins walking. And say moving. As we move the foot forward in our first step, then touching. The foot touching the floor. As we place the foot down, we place the whole sole of foot down solidly. We consciously shift the weight to the right foot and repeat the process to take a step with the left foot. So when you move the left foot, because you start from the right foot move forward, make your left foot strong, stable, and when you place your right foot fully, solidly, and then you have to move your left foot forward. So you do the same thing as the right one, okay? We repeat the procedure as we progress down the path to the end of it. All the while we focus our full attention on each stage of our walking. If our mind wanders, we notice what has happened, but do not get upset with ourselves. Of course, when you are moving or touching, or when you are turning, your mind slip away very easily. Your mind is wandering away. That's the normal mind, but don't be upset about your mind wandering. You just pay attention, bring your mind back to your body, to know your body movement. Okay? Don't angry, don't upset. Gently bring our attention back to our walking. We walk slowly and mindfully, not too slow too much, or not too quick, not too fast, but walk naturally, trying to avoid awkward balancing acts as we shift our weight. As beginners, we may lose our balance at some point in the process, but we choose merely not to ourselves what has happened, focus on our attention and continue. Don't upset, don't be angry with yourself. Slowly walking, mindfully, slowly walk back and forth, back and forth. At the end of our path, we stand with our feet together and note our standing position, saying to ourselves again, standing, standing, standing. We make a conscious effort to relax in order to produce a tranquil state. We have to get ourselves turned around, facing our path again. So we next focus on that intention, saying to yourselves, intending to turn, intending to turn, intending to turn 3 times, and then we shift our weight to the left foot as we prepare to move the right one. We notice the fact that we are shifting the weight. We with our turning 180 degrees into 290 degrees to the side and set our foot down to complete half the turn. We are turning to the right. We focus on the movement of the legs and the placements of the foot. We shift the weight to the right foot. Notice the shift. We say to ourselves, turning, and repeat the process to move the left foot next the right one. At this point, we are facing the sides of our path at 90-degree angle. We repeat the process again for the right and the left foot so that we are once again facing our path. Then we travel the path again, repeating the initial procedure so we end up at the starting point. So we walk back and forth across our path. Initially, we may wish to practice our standing and walking meditation for about 15 to 20 minutes. We begin with what is comfortable for us. But I'd like to add on that if you have 1 hour of time, so you divide into 4 quarters. Okay? 4 parts. 1 part, 15 minutes walking first. And then come to sitting 15 minutes. and then walking again 15 minutes, second round, and then come back to sitting for 15 minutes. So 1 hour, you have 1 hour, and then you divide into two sections, 2 rounds, sitting one, sitting, walking and standing together 15 minutes, and then come back to sit. So by doing so, you can compare between the first round and second round, so you can notice, you can investigate your mind. The second round, your mind will become calm mind and clear mind easily. So instead of you sit for 30 minutes or walk for 30 minutes, and then you cannot compare. So when standing and walking meditation become easier for you, then you might choose to combine mindfulness of breathing with mindfulness of the movement of our feet. We breathe in for 2 steps and then breathe out for 2 steps. Practicing this kind of double mindfulness will certainly enhance our ability to concentrate as we prepare for insight meditation. And the last one, before you go to bed or you end up with your practice in daily life. So you have to have sitting, standing, walking, and the last one, lying meditation. Besides standing and walking meditation as an alternate to concentration meditation, as mindfulness of breathing in and breathing out, another form of concentration meditation is lying meditation. For meditation master, lying meditation may be incorporated into a formal meditation practice. However, for the purposes of the beginners like ourselves, lying meditation may be considered an excellent practice at the end of the day to prepare us for our night's sleep. In lying meditation, we assume the postures of lying down Buddha. We lie on our right side, keeping the body straight. We extend the right arm and bend it up toward the head so that the right hand supports the head. The left hand and arms are placed along the sides of the body. The left leg is placed on the top of right leg, so it is comfortable. In lying meditation, we may choose to do nothing more than to sweep off the body, top to bottom, checking the muscles of every area and having them relax. We let the troubles and tensions of the day melt away as we prepare for sleep. We clear our minds of everything, even expectations and plans for tomorrow. We establish an empty mind and then go to sleep. Or we may choose to practice our mindfulness of breathing in and breathing out meditation for a few minutes to bring tranquility and then sleep. At any event, effective lying meditation at the end of the day is much better than having to resort to sedative or sleeping pills. So this is the technique that I'd like to share with you today. Start from beginning. We focus our mind in the breathing in and out and observe the starting point from your nostril and your chest moving and your abdomen. Observe rising and falling, and you can count your breathing in and out. So whatever technique that you like, and other, another way that you can practice yourself at home. Practice during the time of the coronavirus. You have to stay at home, stay for your health, stay for yourselves, stay for the society, not to spread the coronavirus or not to get affected by coronavirus. So stay home and practice meditation by sitting, walking, standing, and lying down meditation. This is good way to do. So thank you very much for your watching today, and hope that you can practice and keep yourselves safety at home. Stay well. May the power of the Buddha, the Dhamma, and the Sangha protect you and your family. Be safe. Thank you very much for watching.